Hello, my name is Jaime Gurola, and I'm currently taking EDCI 3224 at Texas A&M International University. This is my out of the box part one, and the aspect of diversity that I feel I'm personally not comfortable with is religion. I'm Hispanic and live in Laredo, which is a city in which the vast majority of the community population is Catholic, with a few other religious groups thrown in the mix, such as a couple of Christians here and there, um, Mormons. The topic of religion makes me uncomfortable mainly for two reasons. The first of which is the fact that I am an atheist, and growing up as an atheist in a community that is largely Catholic or religious isn't always easy. Um, I've always gotten people from many different religions trying to indoctrinate me into their own religion, which hasn't been the best of experience. The second reason I'm uncomfortable with the topic of religion is because I consider myself uh, a man of science. And in fact, the degree I'm currently pursuing right now is a bachelor's degree in science with 7th through 12th certification so that I can become a science teacher. And the vast array of views in the religions of the world contradict scientific fact, and I'm not comfortable with that. I never have been. Um, I currently realize that I have a very narrow view of religion, and that view is that I do have is negative. Um, Through this project, I hope to gain insight into some of the religions of the world, such as Catholicism, Christianity, Islam, and so on. I recently attended a Catholic Mass, actually, due to my nephew completing his confirmation from the Catholic, what's it called? Catholic school teachings, where they teach about their religion. And I have actually attended an event or a couple of events at a Christian church and have talked with a pastor, a Christian pastor. So in part two, I plan to add that into my next video. I plan to do some research on the beliefs of those who adhere to some of the religions around the world, again, such as Islam, Judaism, in an attempt to become familiar with the people of those religions that follow those religions, their culture, and so that I can kind of purge myself of some of the ignorance that I'm pretty sure I'm guilty of when it comes to religion as a whole. I hope that this will this experience will give me a better understanding of the concept of religion, so that when I step into the classroom, I will be better equipped to teach my students, and so that I may understand the viewpoints of all my students. I understand that when I become a teacher, I will have students from many different backgrounds and of different religious viewpoints, and I want to be able to relate to them so that I may be an effective teacher to them and to any student that walks into my classroom. Thank you. Hello, this is part two of my out of the box experience. In the previous video, I had mentioned that I had chosen the topic of religion, and I had mentioned a few of the reasons as to why I'm uncomfortable with religion. This Sunday, I did attend a Catholic Mass with my family so as to try to better grasp the main religion that is prevalent in my hometown of Laredo. When I first got to the church, I felt a bit anxious, to be honest. We sat down in a pew, and the mass began shortly thereafter. The Mass itself was comprised of many hymns and songs being sung by the entirety of the congregation, which was really, really nice. The music actually calmed me down quite a bit and put me at ease um, as far as my anxiety was concerned. Um, Toward the end of the Mass, we came to a part in which we had to shake hands with the people around us, not just our immediate family, but anybody else in the general area around you. Um, and it surprised me to see how friendly everybody was during that part of the Mass. Everybody from the older generation, grandparents, to adults in their mid 30s, 40s, and children were completely happy to shake hands with a complete stranger. Um, I found through this experience that perhaps religion has a lot more to do with family and the sense of unity and community in the community. When I was researching into the other religions of the world, I found a few interesting facts that relate to religion and science, which is one of the reasons I'm uncomfortable with religion to begin with, is the fact that it contradicts with scientific fact a lot. But I found out things such as the invention, not the invention, but the discovery of, say, citric acid actually emerged from the Islamic world. Other things emerged from the Islamic world as well, such as early attempts at gliding, early attempts at algebra, um, an early understanding of the laws of refraction. All those things emerged from the Islamic world. So they in particular have influenced science quite a bit. And I also looked into some other things. Scientists such as Isaac Newton were actually Christians. Isaac Newton being the man who um, created calculus and discovered the laws of gravity and such. This has been my experience, my part two experience. Thank you. Hello, my name is Jaime Gurola, and in this final part of my out of the box project, I will be attempting to make connections between religion and the classroom setting. In the classroom setting, there will always be a diverse population of students. A part of that diversity will come from a student's religion or lack of religion. Religious belief or lack of belief can influence a student's behavior and influence their culture as well. Since religion influences culture, culture also influences behavior. Um, One way in which I see the importance of understanding um, religious viewpoints from around the world in the classroom setting is so that I may help students of all religions or no religion feel a sense of safety, like they're supported and accepted in the classroom setting. This can be done by creating a classroom in which religious diversity is respected. And fostering this kind of classroom environment starts by having the ability to understand the viewpoint of the different religions of the world, and by helping students of different religions respond with a sense of empathy and respect towards students of diverse religions or no religion. As a future science educator, I know for a fact that one topic that will stir up controversy in my classroom is the topic of evolution. Many of the world religions frown upon the study of evolution as they attribute the existence of life to their god or gods. As a science teacher, I will have to be understanding of all these different religious views, such as the views of Christianity and Judaism, which involve Genesis, the views of Islam, so on and so forth, um, so that I may help my students better understand topics such as evolution, and so that I may help them to embrace certain scientific topics into their worldview instead of having them outright reject these scientific um, facts. I feel that if I can understand the religious viewpoint, I can perhaps teach these scientific topics in a way in which the student will actually embrace it and just assimilate it into their religious view instead of rejecting the scientific fact or religion. The religious affiliation of my students will play a role in my classroom, and through this experience, I now feel that I am better suited to handle the role that religion will play in my classroom. This has been my out of the box experience. Thank you.